Hey guys, in this video, we are going to learn how to handle the calendars with dynamic date. For instance, in automations, mostly we have to select dates from today's date to the next week or maybe the next month, or also in sometimes we have to pick the previous month date as well, right? I'm going to use this package called moment.js that is used in for web development, but we are going to use that for testing as well. It's a very tiny package and it's very handy package as well. So let's see the installation first. So I'm just going to copy this npm install command and let's go to our terminal, control J, and just paste it and hit enter. That's going to download few of the library files in our package.json, right? I mean in our node modules. That's it. So we have added this package successfully. Now, before getting into the actual protector code, let us understand how this moment.js is going to help us. So I'm just going to give Control Shift P and I'm going to click on this new JavaScript Kyoka plugin. I hope you remember this, right? So we can see the output in the while coding itself, right? So for that we are using this kyoka.js, okay? Okay. Now let's say that I want to get the date of today, right? So here I can say like moment. Okay, and then I can just say import moment, okay, and then I can say like moment dot um, format. Okay, so format is the function that's going to uh, take the parameters. For example, let's say that I want to get my data as in the format of double D, that's it, that is 0 1 like that. So let's log this first. So we are going to use the console log here. So let me cut this, and within the console log I'm just going to give this, okay. So here we can see we have the 04, and let's say that we want to get the month as well. So I can give like mmm, that means the month name. So today 4 January. Let's say that I want to get the full month name as well. So I can just add one more m here, and that's going to give like 4 of January, right? Now if you're interested on the year, probably you can just give like YYY 4 times, and that's going to give us 2021. And just in case if you're interested only on the last 2 digit, probably you can get that as well, right? Now the beauty of the moment is we no need to do any calculation. We have to just add few parameters to it, and it can give you the date based on that. For example, let's say let's take our test case first. So here we have in this letco.in/calendar, we have this calendar, right? So we have two calendars here. So first we will see how to handle with this simple one, okay. For example, let's say that I want to click on this tomorrow date always, okay. For example, if I run my script tomorrow, of course the today date is going to be 5, right? So that means it should click on the 6th. So we can write that using XPath or maybe some other way, but moment.js is going to help us very quickly to write the code. Let me show you an example here. So here let's say that I want to add one date, right? So today it's giving like 04, so I always wanted to click on the next date. So here I can say like dot add, and here I can pass one as an date, and here I have to give like what is the date, right? So here I'm saying like I want to add one date to the current date, right? So here it's going to be January 25, I mean 5th of January, right? Now let's say that I want to get for let's say 31 days maybe, right? So in that case it will automatically calculate and it will give us like it's going to be February of 4th, right? So that is the beauty of moment.js. We no need to write much thing. Of course we can do this natively with the help of arrays and maybe the JavaScript date, but for the purpose of testing we just wanted to create like utilities, so this package will help us in that way very much, okay. Not only addition, we can do the subtract as well. So I can just pass like -1 or -2 anything. So here you can see the date is getting changed here, right? So with the help of this moment we are going to solve few of the problems. For example, here I have already prepared the skeleton of the test case, that is with the describe block where we have before each, where I'm just getting that URL and we have this implicit wait, and later on we have after this. Just to show you that the date is picked correctly, I'm using this 3000 milliseconds, right? I mean 3 seconds. And then we have few test case scenario. For example, I have to always select the tomorrow date, and then maybe the next week, and then we have another thing where I have to click on the next month. And here the last one, select previous 20 days and next 10 days. Okay, I think these are the main scenario we have faced while automating. So I have just taken this for one, and let's see how to do that. Okay. Okay, so first we have to click on this next day always, right? So today date is basically this January 4th. So we have to click on this fifth one, right? So it's going to be very, very easy. So what can I do is, first, let me copy this one. So here I just wanted to add one day to the current date, right? So that's going to be this one. And I'm not interested on this month and year for one day alone. So I want only the date, not the month or the year. So I can use this. But here, if you see, in my calendar, in this particular page calendar, we have like single digit. So if it's going to be more than 9, then it's going to be 2 digit, right? So of course we don't want to take 0 here, rather we have to just take the date, that one day alone, right? So I can just remove this. Now here you can see it's giving us 5. So I can just copy this, and let's say here I can say like, let tomorrow equal to this guy basically. And of course I have to do the import. So control dot, and you can just click on enter. That will do the import for you, right? Now here I have to write it the dynamic XPath, right? So let's go and inspect this one first. So it's a basically button, so I can use like button text as well. So let's go and do that. So here I'm going to say await element, and then for by dot button text, and of course I have to import the by, and then followed by button text, and here I'm just going to pass the to more, and then followed by dot click, right? That's it, very simple. I hope you got it right. Let's see another example as well, then we'll run this two it blocks together. Okay, so I have to click on the next week date, right? So I'm just going to copy the same code, and here instead of 1 I'm just going to add this as this guy as a 7, right? So 7 in the sense next 7 working days, or maybe the next 7 days, right? Now let's go and run this. So I'm just going to disable this x and x. Now let's go and run this, right? And the browser got launched successfully. Okay, so and here you can see that it actually selected on the 5th of the January, and then it's going to take to the same URL, and it now selected the 11th, that is the next week from the 4th, right? So in this way we can select any of the date uh, with the help of moment.js, right? So but this is pretty easy. So let's see some of the complex one. So here let's go to this next one. So I'm just going to comment this guys, and here what we have to do is we have to select the next month, right? So that's going to be very, very easy, but you have to understand based on the application of your calendar, the calendar application basically, right? So here we can see that we have to click on this January 1st, then it is going to pop up all the month. So for example, let's say that I have to click on the next month, right? So I'll just click on the February, and then probably I will select the date, whatever the date it is, right? So 4 or 5, whatever the date we have to select, right? So first, of course, we have to handle this month here, right? So let's go and inspect this one. So here I can see that it has a class called date picker nav month. So I'm just going to copy this, and let's go and use the CSS. Okay, so here we have matching of two elements, but always it's going to interact with the very first element. So I probably I can take this one, right? And here what we are going to do, we have to select on the next month, right? So before that, okay, let's write the element first. Okay, so this is basically our CSS, and let's copy this one, and here we will say like next month. Okay, and I have to import this one. Okay, now next month means of course I want the month as well, so here I'm going to select this that is going to give us the month. Now it's going to give us in the two output, right? For example, here if we go and give this here you can see that it's giving us 5th of Jan, right? So we have to split this text now. So of course we can this moment always return us in the format of string, so we can do the some string manipulation here. So here I'm going to say like next month dot split, and we want to split based on a space because that is the delimiter here we are getting, right? And then I'm going to take the 0th one, that's going to be our date, right? So that's going to be date. And similarly, we want to get the month as well. So here I'll just replace this as 1, and this is going to be my month. Okay, fine. So first what we have to do, we have to click on this guy, right? So basically this guy, that is this one. So here I will say like dot click. Okay, and then we have to click on this one, right? So let's go and inspect this one. So here we can see that it is within the div. So again we have to write the dynamic XPath. So here I can say like double slash div, and then followed by text node equal to that value, right? So whatever the value, for example, if I say Jan, that's going to highlight this Jan, right? So let's copy this one, and here I'm going to say like await element, then followed by dot XPath, and within this I'm going to use backticks. And here instead of this Jan, whatever the data we are receiving from the moment, we are going to use this. For example, here it's going to be the month, right? And of course we have to do the click action. Okay, now we have clicked the month, then we have to click on the date, right? So here I can just go and click on this date. So let's say this one. So again, this is within the buttons. Of course I can use the button text, so I'm just going to copy this one and paste over here, and this is going to be the date object, right? Okay, so that's it. Very simple, I believe. So you got the idea. Let's run and check this as well. So click on this run test to run. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so select next month, but I don't think that's selected. So what mistake we did here? Okay, so first we have to click on this month, and then we have to click on this month. Okay, but seems like okay, we are on the same date. That's the reason it's already in the Jan. My bad. So next month, in the sense, of course, we have to add 30 to this. So let's go and add 30 days. Now let's run this again and let's see. My bad. Okay, so here you can see the month is February, and of course the date is 4. I mean 3. So that's the 30. That's right? So yeah, so in this way we can do this very easily with the help of moment. That is the beauty of moment.js. Okay, now let's go and select this last one. So that's going to be also very easy. So what we have to do, we have to select previous 20 days and next 10 days, right? So for that I'm going to use this one because it has like two things. One is this, I can select like this, and then I can select another, so it will be like your this the kind, so from and to kind of calendar. Okay, so let's first go and inspect this one. So I'm just going to clear it up and inspect. And this is, by the way, read only. That means, of course, we cannot use send keys. We have to do the click actions, right? So let's go and select this one. This seems to be unique for me. Okay, so double slash, not double slash. We'll use the CSS. That is what easy, I think. Yeah, so it's one of one. I can copy this one. And here you'll say like element, not element, the dollar sign. We'll say dot click, and of course that's going to be await. Okay, so before that we'll just extract the dates. So what we want is previous 20 and the next 10. So I can just copy this one. Okay, and then okay, so previous 10 in 20 in the sense, of course, minus 20 here. And yeah, this is fine as of now. Okay, so first we'll click on this, and then we have to click on this month, right? So we'll just go and inspect this one. So this also has the same classes, but here now it's like 4 or something. Yeah, so what we can do is basically we can write a XPath or maybe some unique locators, but let's go with the XPath. I think that's fine. Okay, so here you can see we have the second one. So let's copy and paste it here. Yeah, so we got the second one. That's fine, absolutely fine. So we can take this one, and here we can say like okay, once I click on this input, then I have to click on this one, right? So element, then followed by dot xpath, and then followed by this one, not this one, and dot click, right? So dot click, and then followed by again same thing. So this is what we are going to do. So let's copy and paste over here, right? That's it. Of course I have to import the by. Yeah, so let's uncomment this. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to click on the input first, input in the sense this one, and then I'm clicking on the month, that month element, and then I'm just getting the month from here and I'm clicking on that. Similarly, I'm clicking on the date as well, right? Now once I did with this one, so for example, let's say that I have selected the 4 and I wanted to click on the next maybe, then again I will click on this one, right, to select the next month. So I'm just going to repeat the same step here again. So let's copy and paste it here, but here this month and this date should be the next, that should be like plus 10, right? So I'll just copy this again, paste it over here. We'll just remove this let everywhere, not everywhere, this 3 let. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do the reinitialization, where I'm just going to change this to the 10, right? So previous 20 in the sense we have minus 20, and the next 10 means we have the positive 10, right? And other than rest of the things, everything is same, just we are doing the reinitialization. Can I use this for reinitialization? Maybe, but it might also give you the stale element reference. So always find the element and then do the click action. Okay, now let's try to run this and check. Hopefully it should run. Let's confirm. Okay, so here we have problem with the element not interactable. The reason is because what we are trying to do here is we are trying to get the month, right? So let's copy this one and paste over here. Let me maximize this, control F, and here instead of this month, let's say that we want to get the Jan, right? So here you can see we have actually two elements, where one is the hidden and second one is the visible, right? So what we can do is we can write based on the x path, or maybe we can find multiple elements and then we can say like first or the last. Okay, so I'm just going to use the multiple elements concept. So here I'm going to say element dot all, and here I will say like last one, because we have only two calendars, so this is going to be the last one, right? And same thing here as well. So element dot all, and then followed by here also dot last dot click, right? And same applies here as well. So I'm just going to copy this and replace this one, right? So I hope you got the idea. So let's give let's run this again. Hopefully it should run now. Okay, so that's what, that was really quick. And here you can see that it has selected from 14th Jan 2021 to 15th December. Okay, I have just switched, so basically it should be like 15 December to the Jan 14th, but anyway you got the idea. And here you can see that it actually selecting all the dates, right? So that's really easy. So in this way we can select or we can handle the calendars very easily with the help of moment.js. Okay, now this is very easy, but in automations mostly we have to go with some ranges. For example, let's say that I have to always schedule a job from the next Friday or the next Monday, right? So in that case we can do that with the help of moment as well. So I'll just write a console log. Maybe based on that you can write, you know how to write the dynamic xpath, so of course you can do that. Okay, so he'll just say like moment dot add, and let's say that I always wanted to get the next Friday, right? So Friday falls on the day of 5. So um and day, yeah, and let's give this format as well. So let's copy and paste over here. Okay, so here you can see it's giving us 9th January. 9th January is not basically Saturday, but we always wanted to get the Friday, right? So here I can say like dot day, and the day of Friday is basically 5, I think. Yeah, so 5. Okay, so here Friday is basically your day 5, and add 0 in the sense this week. Okay, so for example, here you can see that 8th Jan is basically your Friday, and if I, let's say that I want the next Friday, that's going to be 15th. So here I will just say like 7 days after that, right? So here 7 in the sense the next weekend, right? Week, next weekend, not next week, right? So in this way we can have like, we can convert this code into utilities, and we can write functions like get last Monday, get next Friday, get next Monday. So based on your applications, based on your requirement, you can do that. For example, in our project we have lot of calendars to handle with, and we have created so many utilities functions like this. So we'll just call the method, and that's going to based on that return type, we have written all the XPath, and we do the click actions like that. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you have learned something new. If so, do let me know in the comments, and if you have any queries, please feel free to ask in the comments. Okay, and that's it. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one very soon.